Okay, today I'm going to go and install my PCCM Plus for the 997.1. It's the box right here. All the crazy stuff going on here, but I will start unboxing it here. Goodies. Things here. I'm gonna pause the video here a second. My dog that needs to go outside. All right, I'm back. So here is the mouse. Adapter, looks like, or the optic, I guess is what they're calling that. Who knows? What else is in here? Looks like that might be the mic, I'm thinking. Yeah, pretty sure that's the mic. Here, if you want better, that's the part right there. And that looks like there. What's this we got in here? That's the mounting brackets. Screws, it looks like here. Look. Yeah, screws and double-sided tape. Here. Top mounting plate. Get these all off to the side here. the English version here. There we go. No, that's not English either. Oh, there it is right there. Anyways. That's all in the box. Now I will take apart the bag. Okay, for the bag, here we go. This cable, part number on that one is do not bend optical fiber. That's that one. I'm not going to take that out. GPS antenna. Okay, I'm going to do this thing now. The unit. Okay, so I'm gonna start putting on the brackets here. I think these are the round screws that go on the bottom, I believe. Tray goes up here. Okay, so I think I got this squared away. You want these small screws to go up on the top again here. my wife's phone in the background. Let's go to the top there. The other side now. My phone again. These ones again on the top. Okay, it's not going down too tight. To learn that you don't want to over tighten and chance stripping out screws. So going back to this side again here. All right, the tray is on, so that's what that looks like right there. Let's see. That's the front. All right. Gonna put in the cables now. Okay, so I am installing the cables to the back of the unit. This is the FM cable, which goes over here to the left. That one. Going to take this Sirius for the US models. This is the Sirius antenna cable, which goes. No, I'm actually not gonna. It goes on the bottom right here, but I'm not gonna install it because I don't know if I have a Sirius antenna, so I will check that out later. This is the most adapter cable. It's kind of tricky. I tried it before I started the video, but you put it right here on the bottom one, and it feels really fragile, but anyways, put it right in there. I'm gonna push it down. Don't want to force it and bend some pins, but okay, so that's in there. And this actually goes into the most box right here. I'm not going to install that right now because I'll do that when I mount this on the top plate. And then comes this is called the CAN bus. So I'm using the Ren list, the Ren list PCCM link. I can send that in the comments of the video, but I'm following their diagrams, and they say the yellow one goes on the top and the green goes on the bottom. It's right here, so I'm gonna put that in there. That's inside there. And then this piece right here on the CAN bus cable, this one right here goes onto the far right here. The one right here on the far left. there. And then the last one is the mic cable right here, which is supposed to go right here. But I'm not going to plug that in yet because I want to run the microphone in like a place where I won't be seen. So anyways, that's that. And then there's the GPS cable, which I'll show you right here. GPS unit. It goes right here on this blue one. But I'm not going to hook that up either because, again, it's going to go on. Let me flip this over. So on the top here, I'm going to put the most adapter, and I'm going to actually put the GPS antenna up here too. From what I've read, the GPS antenna will work fine up here. Again, I don't have the GPS now SD map. I'm only going to use Apple Play or CarPlay, so I don't need it. So anyways, but that's how that ends up working. So if you want to take a look again, that's all the cables hooked up right there except for the GPS antenna. And, all right. Okay, so in my previous video, it looks like I forgot to put in this last cable, which is the reverse camera, which I don't have. But it goes right here where it goes. Alright, so that's the reverse camera, and now alright, so I skipped all the panel and all that stuff. You can DIY or look at 997 cartridge removal to get to this point. But I'm going to actually place a towel or a microfiber to make sure nothing gets scratched around here when I'm doing this. But either way, it's like here's the stereo. I did the removal, now I'm pulling it out. There's the back with everything. So now it's hooking up the new stereo. I'm pulling out all these cords, but want to get everything documented here so I know where all the video and inputs are. Okay, so I'm gonna put you on hold while I remove the stereo. In the next part, you'll see the stereo with just you'll see the wires hanging out. All right. So that stereo is out, the PCM. It's all done. I'm going to put this on the ground here. And then all my cables are right here. And let's see how plug and play this is going to be. Okay, so I ended up installing the most adapter here, or most, however you call it, and I used the double-sided sticky tape to hold it in place. One of the things you got to realize when you're doing the fiber optic is this gray piece right here will come out before you can plug it in. So like that. So that's open with the gray piece gone. And then if you look at my fiber optic cable right here, I am going to plug it in. See how this ends up working here. There you go. It's plugged in right there. And then don't forget to plug in the harness cable, which one of the cables from the back of the stereo, which is this one, and it goes into here. Let's see if I can get it lined up. There we go. So that's for the opticals. next one's going to be this adapter right here. Let me actually rewire that. Make sure I don't scratch anything here. Okay, so that one will be this connector right here. And should just plug right into there. Yep, like that. So that plugged into there. And then this small black one here will go into this one, which I think are the speakers. Let me go and plug that one in. Just like this. Okay, so that one's in now. And then the last two cables I believe I've got to deal with are these, which are the antenna cables. And the brown one goes to that brown one right there, or green, I don't know what color that is. And then the black to the black, which is right there. And I think I am done. Again, this is the rear camera, which I don't have. So let's go ahead and see. Slide this bad boy in. Right there. All right. And then I will take the next video, start it up. Well, I did forget two more things. I forgot to put the GPS and the microphone into there. Earlier I showed you where those cables go, so I'm not going to actually film that, but I'm going to end up putting my GPS right next to the MOS, I guess, adapter. So anyways, I will show you how that works, but I just wanted to show you I forgot two things, which is, again, the GPS antenna and the microphone. All right, so here's where the GPS antenna goes in the back. Right there, that blue one. I'm gonna try doing this since I don't have a tripod. But then it goes right there. You just kind of push it in there. And I'm gonna kind of stop it. But one of the things I wanted to say, you know, again, that's where it goes. There's these twist ties on here, and I'm actually going to use zip ties to hold them down because I'm going to place the GPS antenna right there. If you take a look, it's right next to the most adapter, or most adapter. I don't know what that thing's called. Anyways, that's where it's going to go. And I didn't want to just have these chintzy wire, you know, holders, so I'm going to use zip ties for that. So I didn't need the Sirius connector, but I am just going to put it back in here just to, so just in case on the road if I need it. It's got a cap on there, and it just goes right in here. So you're looking, it goes right in there, right below the green. All right. Okay, so this is a bit interesting. It looks like the unit will power on when I don't have the car turned on. Who knows? Let me see if I turn it on, you'll see it's turning on. Startup screen. Do not let the PCM Plus distract you. So there you go. There's the radio. Let's go to home. Try out the glare. Home. tuner. Let's see if I can get some tuner here. Oh, there it is, tune. So I want to tune. How do I get to that? Go back. Anyways, let's go phone, car, nav. There's no nav SD card, of course, because I don't have it. And there's back. But it seems to be working. I'm gonna go and play around with it more. But there you go. That was installed. Okay, so my radio reception's really bad. It says I may have to put this thing in. There's supposedly some module underneath here that I'm gonna look for, and then I'll get back and let you guys know. Okay, so you'll see this module here. I pulled these two off, and then I'm supposed to bypass. So I'm gonna put the green, this cable here to both of these ends is what it says. So I'm gonna go and do that now and show you what it looks like afterwards. Okay, so that green cable I've plugged into the two ends that I showed you on the last part, and essentially use this to bypass. And I'm hoping that fixes my FM radio problem. So let's see what that looks like. Well, that fixed my FM radio problems. So that bypass is definitely needed. Luckily, I got a REN list, info, but my radio is working great now. Awesome. Bypass that module. So I put everything in. Man, that looks great. While I was at it, I also changed my switches here because I had those old switches that were jacked up. But man, that looks really good. I just got to put the last panels on. But man, I'm happy. Definitely worth the self-install. It's really straightforward. Other than really this thing down here, guys. It's like this module bypass. I really glad someone posted it on Rents, as I wouldn't have known what to do. But that's a key piece to get your radio working if you have a US model. All right, signing off. I'll show you the pictures when they're all back together. All right, well, I thought I was done, and then I forgot that I had the mic to add. Just wanted to show you guys where I'm putting the mic. If you look here, I'm going right here through the steering wheel column. Like right down through here. So you can see, here's the cable, and I routed it right through this area underneath the steering wheel. So it's going to go from there to the back of the stereo there. Comes around here, and then that's right there. All right, that's where it's gonna go. All right, a little more video. You can see is, if you look, I took the cable that's coming under here. I wired it through here, and then I'm gonna wire it to the back of here, and then plug it in. All right, so back to this. You can see it hanging right there, the mic. Got the cable wired through here now. See the end right here. And then it's gonna go into the back. Let me get that all figured out here real quick. Okay. Thought I was done, but here we go. I'm gonna put this on stop and come back. All right, so here's the mic plug. It's gonna go right in there. All right, there. And then I'm all plugged away, and I will take the 3M off here, and we'll get it up here. We'll end up mounting it like right there on my steering column. All right, that's the second mic that comes out with it. All right, shows you what the mic looks like mounted. Again, the cable, a little bit of the cable right there, but anyways, it's all cleaned up now and ready to put this thing back in again. All right. One other little note I want to say is that I actually put my stereo in and had to take it back out again. And see this clip here and this clip here, you've got to push in on both of those. I used my pry tool, this bad boy right here, taped up and messed up, but anyways, to get it back out, but it wasn't fun. But I forgot to put the mic on. So anyways, I wanted to add that in too. So there it is. It's all installed now. I got myself some new temp and fan switches. That gives you the wonderful warning. You can see there with CarPlay. All right, every time I try to record with CarPlay plugged in, it stops the video anyway. So there it is, all done. You can see tuner, FM is where I was at, list. You can see all this stuff here. Kind of cool. And then what else? Go back to home, media. This will be the CarPlay stuff. Phone. Guess I've got to add my phone, but I'm using CarPlay, so it doesn't really matter. And then if we go back home, show some more car stuff. Looks like, oh, my car's not on, so that's why the temperature's not showing. Anyways, you know, you can look at all this other stuff, but there's another guy that has a full walkthrough. But anyways, installed was pretty easy, except for that last piece on the optical. So, or I mean the antenna adapter thing. So anyways, I will post it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully this helps someone install. All right.